Basically an introduction to Google Colab, which I think is a super easy way to run Python code. Basically, if I know some of you may not have had any experience with Python before, and this is just a super easy way to get up and running, right? So this is Colab is a product offered by Google, right? And we can basically it's basically a notebook environment, right? So if you've heard of things like Jupyter Notebook or things, it basically has cells that you can put code in and you run each block separately, right? So this is just a very simple thing, like, if we do this, um, it'll print hello world, right? It's so the a really cool, I mean, it makes this super easy, right? Even if you don't have Python installed on your computer, you can do this just based off of Google Drive, and I'll show you very quickly after this how to set this up, how to make like a Colab notebook. But it's super easy, right? And so you can run just by pressing the run button. um, you can easily share your code, just like a Google Doc. um, some things to note are that Google actually provides you um, free compute resources. So if you're doing some advanced training of like neural networks, that where for those types of things, if you have a large network, there are huge um, improvements in training time. If you use hardware accelerators like GPUs, Google also has lately been offering their TPUs, tensor processing units, which are even faster than GPUs and more optimized for neural networks. And so you can change the runtime of your notebook just like this, and it's all for free, right? So Google offers these resources for free, and you can just run with a GPU. So I think that's super cool, and especially you don't really need this for the earlier competitions because there's not much benefit, but for the later competitions, you should definitely make use of this when training large networks. So just some things to be aware. A lot of this, this supports Python, and Python's a super easy language to learn if you've had any sort of programming experience in the past with other languages. Um, so yeah, that's that. Something to be careful about though is how you initialize things. Like if you have, um, let's say that you have x equals 3 here, uh, and x equals 5 here, right? And even though like this comes, I mean, this is probably pretty obvious to you. And let's say we print x, right? I'm basically, the point that I'm trying to make here is that the order in which you run the cells matters, right? So if you run this first and then just go here and print x, x will be 3, right? But if you print this, and then maybe and now the most updated value of x is 5, so when you print x it'll be 5. So I mean, I think this it's not too hard to like understand. Just make sure that the order that you run the cells in matters. It doesn't always just run top to down like regular code, like a regular Python file would. But yeah, this is basically an introduction to Colab. Oh, and in order to like create an actual Colab environment, you basically just go to Google Drive, right? New, and then if you scroll down to more, you can actually just go here, and then this is how you create a new collab, right? And it'll be untitled. You can rename it, and it'll just show up in your Google Drive. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully you found this helpful.